Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the video. So, Sony made a pretty good announcement recently, as it's looking like their moves to PC is they took another step towards like an eventual reality that Sony's games will be day and day on PC, just like Xbox. Well, what do I mean? Well, they recently announced that ports of PlayStation games are going to have trophy support. As you can see here, the PC version of Ghost of Tsushima will have trophy support up first. Players who sign in their PSN accounts on PC will be able to earn trophies. The list trophies are the same as the console version, but it's not clear if the list will be separate from the console version, as it is the case with games that are on both PS4 and PS5. The game will be released on PC next month on May 16th. A new PlayStation PC overlay will also debut with the release of the game. Ghost of Tsushima's Director's Cut is the first PlayStation title on PC that uses a new PlayStation overlay, which includes your friends list, your trophies, your settings, and your profile, explains Nixie Software Julian Huju Bricks. If I said that wrong, I apologize. This feature is available on Windows PC and will be accessible in the in-game menu or for keyboard players by pressing the Shift plus F1 shortcut on your keyboard. They also included this, which is like an example of what the overlay would look like, and here it is. So going from top to bottom, the first left side we actually just have the trophy list of trophies you can unlock in the game. Then on the right you actually have your friends list. Then down below we're going to have your trophies across every single game that you have in your library. And finally, your general profile itself. So, yeah, it's definitely Sony's making that jump. They're moving closer to PC like they clearly are. Like they've been saying for the past couple years, but fanboys wanted to deny it. Which is so weird. Anyway, continuing. To make use of features like trophies, friends lists, and crossplay, you can sign in to your existing account for PlayStation Network or create a new one. I created a PSN account originally just to get free stuff, because sometimes you get like free cosmetics if you connect your PSN account to your Steam account for certain PlayStation games, like Spider-Man Master does. I believe two Horizon games do it too. I think. Anyway, the use of PlayStation Overlay is optional for both the single player and Legends mode. Good. That's good to hear. The addition of trophy support was first rumored last year following the addition of PSN support for Spider-Man Remastered. While the game does not feature trophy support, it offers players in-game rewards in exchange for linking their Steam and PSN accounts. While PlayStation Studios games on PC such as God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Days Gone, and Spider-Man can be played without the need to sign up for it. This isn't necessarily the case with Xbox Game Studios titles, which requires an Xbox Live account for some games on Steam. Sucker Punch and Nix also released system requirements for the game, which includes support for ultra-wide monitors with support for 21:9, 32:9, 48:9, and triple monitor setups are also supported. And as you can see here, I say the spec requirements make sense. It seems to be optimized, but though, considering that's Nixie's, it probably will be. Anyway, here's what we got. Starting down from the top to bottom. Very low. 720p at 30. Processor, you're going to need an Intel Core i3 7100 AMD or an AMD Ryzen 3 1200. For the GPU, you're going to need a GTX 960, 4GB, AMD Radeon RX 5500 XT. Memory is going to be, you're going to need 8GB of RAM, 75 gigs HDD space. SSD is recommended though. OS Windows 10, medium 1080p 60, Intel iCore i5 8600 or an AMD Ryzen 5 3600. For your GPU, you're going to need a GeForce GTX 2060 or an AMD Radeon RX 5600 XT. Memory 16GB, so boom, it doubles in terms of memory required. Now for storage, you're going to need an SSD completely. Again, same OS. Now for high settings, 1440p at 60 or 4K at 30, Intel iCore i5 11400 or an AMD Ryzen 5 5600, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070, AMD Radeon RX 6800, again for the AMD side of the GPU, 16GB of RAM, but you see the last three, it's the same. Now for very high, 4K at 60 FPS, Intel Core i5 11400 AMD or an AMD Ryzen 5 5600, again same thing. Now for the GPU, you're going to need a beefy boy. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4080, which is the one that I have, luckily. AMD Radeon RX 7900 XT, again 16GB of RAM. You kind of get the whole idea. Yeah, I'll be playing this at a high, very high for sure. Now, my take. This is good. It's pretty obvious. It points to what I've been saying for so long now, is that eventually Sony will go day and date on PC. When that will happen though, the fanboys can deny it all they want to, but it's inevitable. Like that whole old Thanos meme, inevitable. So yeah, it's gonna happen eventually, one way or another. When though? It could be 5 years, 10 years, I don't 15 years, who the hell knows? This industry is so unpredictable. It could be sooner than any of us ever expect, but this recent news by Sony is pretty evident. They're indeed going all in on PC, much like Xbox does. So either way though, while you fanboys on Twitter are crying about this, I just celebrate because I get to play your games, and without having to buy the same piece of plastic as you, and play them at better performance, baby. Ooh, that's so satisfying. But yeah, like I said, it's gonna happen eventually. When though? Who the hell knows? But hey, I know some people are impatient. I was like, sure, I guess buy the console and have inferior performance to a very, very high-end PC version of the game, which is kind of crazy to think about. Like, who would have thought? And also, the gaps between PC ports and the console version of the games are getting smaller. Like, for example, it started out, what was it? I think 3 years for Zero Dawn, then 2 for Days Gone, then two for Spider-Man, Miles Morales on PC. Then it was Ratchet and Clank. That's another one. Forbidden West. That's another good example right there. There's some outliers, like God of War took like 4 years. Same thing with Spider-Man, because those games came out in 2018 for the PS4. Spider-Man Remastered, that's a remastered PS5 version, came out 2 years before. So you could kind of, that's like a little confusing though, I guess, but you kind of get what I'm saying though. There's still some games you don't have on PC yet, like Demon Souls Remake. Hello? I mean, everybody wants Bloodborne. Like, literally, everyone wants Bloodborne. It seems that game is never coming. But, who the hell knows? Maybe Sony actually kind of realized that people want it. Who knows, though? Like, that game is such a weird situation. It's so strange. But, yeah, at the end of the day, PC port will happen day and date. Personally, I think it might happen by the time the PSX releases in, like 2028 or something like that? That's just a random guess, though. I mean, this industry is so unpredictable. And also, in a weird way, they're already day and date, as with Helldivers 2, which was a massive success for Sony. Massive success. I highly recommend that game, by the way. It's really good. I need to play it again at some point. But I need to go back to it, play more. It's been a while. But, yeah. I think that's all I gotta say on this. What do you guys think of this news about Sony expanding more and more into PC? Does this essentially lessen your experience? Or do you just not care about this? I'm very happy with it as someone who doesn't have a PlayStation but plays on PC. Because I have friends who are on PlayStation, and if they want to have Ghost of Tsushima and want to play Legends with me when I get the game, I could do that. Because the crossplay is supported, which is really awesome. More games that have crossplay support, the better in my opinion. It's a win for everyone. But that's all I gotta say on this. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section below. And if you like this video, hit the like button and consider hitting that sub button so you do not miss out on any more videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Until then, have a good one.